Hello, welcome to Below the Skirt with Tamara. My name is Tamara Green, pelvic physical therapist, and I help women like you overcome uncontrolled bladders, return to pleasurable sex, manage those pregnancy symptoms to become a postpartum champion. Hope all is well. Welcome to Below the Skirt with Tamara. So you see the conversation, the topic is on orgasms. The big O, right, is a topic that we may or may not discuss, right? But today I am wearing a short sleeve shirt because it may get kind of hot with this topic. So I'm ready, put on a little bit of extra deodorant specifically for this conversation. So wanted to talk about it. So you may say, okay, question, what is an orgasm? How do I get an orgasm? Just, there may be different rationale. You may have different questions, and I just want you to be transparent and open. Thank y'all for tuning in. But we're going to talk about it because this is what? Below the Skirt with Tamara. We talk about any and everything below the skirt. Good things, bad things, and all things in between. So, again, have you ever had an orgasm? Now, I'm not a sex coach. I'm not a sex therapist. So I'm not going to tell you how to do or what to do or when to do. I'm just here to talk about your party part so you can understand what happens during that time. And if you're not having an orgasm, maybe some things you may need to reassess with your body. That's what I'm here for, okay? So we always bring Virginia, the pelvis, right? Because you need to know what's going on with your body. So I'm going to take out the bladder and the uterus and the rectum because you know all those are housed within the pelvic floor. Now, orgasms, it's where you're climaxing, right? And there's different ways that you can climax. And there's different reasons why you may not climax. So we function just like men, right? If anything, we have more nerves. So we should be able to get stimulated a little bit more because we have more nerve fibers. But we sometimes got to get there. So so with our Virginia, and hopefully you can see this pretty well, we have our clitoris. It's right here. It's right above what I call the lips or the labia minoras, the outer lips, but it's here. We also have the G-spot. So if you go into, and I'm not going to insert my finger into this, but if you were to go into your vaginal canal, there's a soft little tissue area to the front of the vaginal canal. So I'm going to take my uterus and the vaginal canal, right? So say this is the vaginal canal and it's here, right? You have to go in here. If you go to the front of the wall, so remember that bladder is right here as well. So if you were to picture this, if you're in the vaginal canal and you're at the front part of the vaginal canal, there's a G-spot right there. So just like men, boy, I'm loving this. I see a lot of people watching. Y'all like this conversation. Good. Love it. But the thing is, just like men, how do I say it? The blood vessels that go into the muscles that help begin the beginning part of an erection, right? It takes blood flow. It takes blood flow. It's the same thing as a woman, right? But we have two ways that we can get an orgasm. It could be through the clitoris, or it could be through the G-spot, or you can go wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, and have all of it. That's a lot of intensity. So the biggest thing is you got to have blood flow down there, right? Stimulation. And sometimes, and these are questions I even ask my OBGYN. I'm just being transparent. It's like, as I'm getting younger, should I expect this? Should I expect that? Am I dry? Why can't I get, just different things? And she's like, you're fine. You're just not getting stimulated enough. So, I ran home to my hubby, like, listen, we got to get this going. And I noticed that sometimes stimulation could be going on what's going on with connection, or if you're in the mood, or are you getting yourself aroused? It's almost like you're going to the big party, right? You got to let's give an example. Let's take ourselves there. You've been there, you've gotten yourself dressed, you're ready to go somewhere, and you're just getting yourself prepped. You're getting yourself ready. You're getting makeup and hair and outfit, and you're just getting yourself ready. And when you get there, and the party is good. That's what it's like. You've got to get yourself there. But also, if you're having some issues with those muscles down there, activity, then it's not going to be stimulated. So it's like if I just stand here and it's cold outside, right? We start shivering, right? Things are kind of locked down. Now, if I start exercise, I start moving, start dancing, y'all know I love to dance, the blood flow starts going, right? Well, we want blood flow to go down to this spot. I don't want the blood flow to go right here. No, I want my blood flow to go right here. Now, when you're increasing that blood flow, that is then going to get things stimulated. And when you're having an orgasm, if you haven't had one, I will tell you, the muscles start contracting, right? They start contracting, right? And it gets to a point almost like a spasm. It's a climax, right? So if you're not having good blood flow, if you're not, I'm teaching you what my OBGYN also taught me as well, if you're not getting stimulated, getting yourself to that level, you're not going to get to the climax that you're wanting or needing, right? It may take some foreplay. Again, I'm not a sex coach and I'm not a sex therapist, so I'm not going to act like one. I'm a pelvic therapist, but I'm a pelvic therapist who is a woman who has needs and who enjoys having an orgasm. That is what it's about, right? So the biggest thing is, and you can do it, you may or may not have a partner, you may have a toy, whatever pleases you. It's you and your Virginia, whatever pleases you. But getting that stimulation, getting that blood flow. So you may say, okay, how do I know I'm getting good blood flow down there? Well, obviously, because if it wasn't good blood flow, it would be changing colors. It'd be necrotic. You're not having that issue. So, but can you stimulate muscle working? So, I've always talked about Kegel exercises. Check out a previous live on that. But again, are you able to engage? Like, I'm going to sit here and y'all can laugh all y'all want. And you can sit here too. I want you to do a Kegel. I want you to act like there's a blueberry down there. And if you're not having, okay, disclosure, if you have pain with sex, do not do this. Okay. If you're here and you just take a blueberry and it's sitting down there. And I want you to act like, without tightening your butt cheeks, I want you to act like you can pick up that blueberry down there. Can you pick it up? So act like there's a blueberry at the center of your opening here. This is my hips. This is your hips. Excuse me. Center of the opening here. Can you pick up that blueberry? Right? Can you contract? That is bringing on blood flow. Again, that's exercising the muscles. And if I just do that right now, I feel things working. And I also feel stimulation. Right? Are you feeling stimulation? So again, I'm getting muscles working. I'm getting blood flow working. So it's very important for you to work on your exercises down there. I don't just be preaching just to be doing it, y'all. It's bigger than just not leaking. This is about pleasure now. So working on strengthening those pelvic floor muscles to get engagement, right? Down there to increase blood flow. And again, it's not only just muscle working. Okay, so when the muscle's working, right? Are you connected? Are you, whatever you're doing, are you feeling, are you taking in the feeling? When it gets to that point, and I'm not a medical person, I'm not a doctor, but when all of that, when the timing aligns and this is that, and you're really there, then you're gonna climax. And you'll also realize when you're climaxing, there can be times where that muscle is tightening. Right? That muscle is tightening. So all I'm trying to say is there's not this big, long conversation I need to be having, but I'm just here to say, if you are having issues with having an orgasm, the first thing is getting your body stimulated, getting blood flow going. And a lot of times when that blood flow is going, you're getting stimulated, you're getting aroused. What happens? You become a little wet downstairs, a little bit of raindrops. Now, I'm not talking about pee-pee raindrops like I used to have issues with. I'm talking about wetness, arousal, right? And sometimes it may take some other people, and it takes a little bit more stimulation. And I'm okay to say that. For me, it takes a little bit more time. So that means he got to work a little bit, right? He would kill me if he knew I was talking about this, but this is below the skirt in this group, right? So, but the point is, you've got to get yourself aroused. You've got to increase blood flow. You need to work on some strengthening. Look at a previous live in reference to Kegel exercises. Realize there's multiple ways to get an orgasm. You can have it through clitoral contact, or you can have it through the G-spot, or you can just have the whammy-bammy combo and have all both. And there's many ways you can do that, but you can look it up or talk to your girls about that. Toys, whatever you decide you want to do. But again, there's many ways that you can get that. And some people say, well, you know, hey, I never had an orgasm without a toy, or I never had an orgasm with, however, you know, you may have to use other measures. Okay. But again, if you're able to get an orgasm, that's good. That means neuromuscular wise, neurologically, things are intact, the nerves are intact. That also means you're having some good blood flow down there as well. So, but those are things to work on. I don't know if any of y'all have any questions. Like I said, an orgasm is an orgasm. And I that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna tell you how I get mine, but let's see. Hey y'all, thanks for tuning in. Just kind of checking everything. Jackie said you taught me what. Stop, Jackie. Don't tell all the business, man. That's in our set. We're going to leave it like that. Thank you, Jackie, for your comment. So, but hopefully this was informative to you. Realizing, you know, with anything, there's always an end goal. There's always a race to run, right? This race, when it comes to sex, intercourse, making love, getting it, doing it, however you want to say it, the ultimate end goal we would like to have is a climax, is to get to the finish line, is to run that race and cross that line. And that line is the orgasm. Sometimes, okay, real talk, this is us women here. Sometimes, hey, sometimes it's just quick stuff. It may not be about an orgasm. But again, if that is what you're trying to do, hey, an orgasm is the goal. And if you may have to find other ways to make it happen. And if you say, hey, I'm not sure, you know, you may need to check out a sex coach. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, do what you do. Again, if there's something you want to achieve, as I always say, don't settle. If there's something, if you got something going on and I want that and it's something that's healthy and there's nothing wrong, and I feel I'm not getting it, then I need to find other measures to get what I'm trying to desire. So here it is. Looking at some of those questions. Hey, I see a comment. Somebody says 2 or 3 per session. You talking about therapy session, or are you talking about an intercourse? Yes, you can have multiple orgasms. You can. Probably be tired after that, but yes, you can have multiple orgasms. That is a great answer. And sometimes you can just, some people are a little bit more stimulated. Some people are more sensitive. So kudos to you with that. But you can have multiples. It doesn't just have to be one. Oh, glad you like the explanation. There you go, Christina. Glad you like it. Hey, we're trying to get to this race. And sometimes this race can be slow, right? That means we need to take some time. And then sometimes this race can be fast and you can have a quick orgasm. So I think it all depends. But it also depends too, kind of, you know, I mean, if you're using a toy, and y'all probably like, she keep talking about a toy. Yeah, I got a toy. I got a toy. It is what it is. So I got a toy. But if not having a toy, again, I just lost my train of thought because I was thinking about my toy. Y'all got me going. And I'm sweating. Oh, Lord. Whew, I'm sweating. But what I was just trying to say too, you know, depending upon if you are being intimate with someone and the situation, just realize that as well. You know, if you're going into something, sometimes it's very hard to let go of your body to be able to receive the stimulation that you're trying to accomplish. So I'm just being straight up. Say I had a stressful day at work, you know, with mommies or aunties or, you know, just single women. It doesn't matter, whatever. You know, like I said, you could be single trying to get this going on and you may not, but you know, however you're going to get this stimulation, your mind may be thinking on something, you may be stressed, you may have this and this going on, but you really can't focus. So I'm just trying to tell you, stress will not allow you to be able to, at times, receive what you are looking for. So if you're looking for yourself to be able to enjoy your orgasm and get there, you're just going to have to let stuff go and really get into it and engage yourself into your Virginia. Think about her, don't think about what's going on outside. Don't think about the darn kids, because they sometimes knocking on the door. They be kind of blocking what you got going on at times. Don't be thinking about, you got to check on mama and you got to think about work. It's all of that. I'm throwing this Virginia all over the place, right? Because sometimes Virginia be over here, what's going on with this person, Virginia going here with work. But sometimes we got to keep Virginia still and we need to think about her. And when you're able to, at times, just let go, you'll be able to release some of those things and you'll be able to receive the benefits of what an orgasm really is. But sometimes we hold ourselves back because of what we're thinking about. We can't truly let go. So I want to just drop that little bit in because I've also received that. And again, I don't mind being transparent. I talk to my patients about this. I talk to them about how the first level of the pelvic floor, remember I talked about those 3 levels of that cake? That first level deals with a lot of what goes on with sexual health. So they come and they're asking me, hey, I'm doing this, but I really don't have an orgasm. Okay. Well, I'm not here to fix the orgasm. I'm here to help with this situation, and then a domino effect will then occur, right? That's how it happens. So the biggest thing is just making sure, again, sex is a general conversation. Each one of us have gotten here through some form of sex. If it was through 2 people or if it was through in vitro, regardless, there was a combination of something to get us here, right? So open conversation. We're all looking for that. When it comes to orgasm, if you're not getting it, do a little bit of research. And then if you have questions, reach out to me. I'm here, but this is what we do. So again, just like men can get theirs, we can get ours. And if anything, we can be able to get ours a little bit better because guess what? Boom! We got more nerve fibers than they do. So how about that? But I hope you ladies have a good afternoon. This, I had a sex therapist one time. I did a webinar, and that was really hot and heavy, y'all. Listen, that thing was hot and heavy. I don't know if she's available or what's going on now. I need to reach back out to her. But if she's not available, how would y'all like me having a sex therapist? Come on, I'm not going to do a sex coach because I'm not here to coach y'all. But how would you like a sex therapist coming in the group, ideally, to speak? What would your opinion be on that? Just drop your comment in there. If that's something you're interested with, I will definitely make that work. But in the meantime, I hope you ladies have a good rest of the evening. I look forward to seeing you again next week, Tuesday. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock. If you have any questions, reach out to me, DM me. If there's any questions you want for me to discuss, again, DM me as well. So I'm here to bring you the information that you need. So it's been a pleasure. I look forward to seeing y'all. And happy orgasms!